Finally, first up, we have Phil Roireau. Phil has been running Shopify. He's ran a Shopify store up to 10 million in annual revenue, and he knows the problems firsthand of scaling e-commerce teams. An entrepreneur at heart, Phil currently leads business development and partnerships at Gorgias. He's going to speak today about transforming customer service from a cost center to a profit generator. Phil, I will let you take it away from here. Thanks so much for your patience, everyone, with the technical difficulties.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Derek, for putting this together. And thank you, everybody who joined in the last 10 minutes. It's great to see those numbers go up really quickly. So as Derek mentioned, today we will be talking about how to scale your store from 1 million to 100 million. And what are we seeing here at Gorgias as some of the best practice that leading Shopify stores are implementing today in order to decrease the amount of support that they're manually handling and also increase the revenue that they are generating from their different support interactions. So let me fire right away my presentation and we'll get right going right now. Perfect. So I think we are good to go. So yeah, just Gorgias. We're a 3-year-old company and we created the #1 rated help desk for e-commerce stores. We're Shopify Plus partners and we power over 1,200 Shopify stores today. So does the landscape of e-commerce look like today in the US? So 50% of US e-commerce runs on Amazon. So a lot of you right now on this webinar might also be running some products on Amazon and know how cutthroat business is there. And really, does Amazon care about its vendors? Well, personally, I have big doubts about that. So let's just see what happens here on the screen right now. So somebody is clicking on a sponsored link, so that's an ad. So some Luna is paying to have their product right there. And then when you get on the landing page, Amazon actually pushes its own similar product that is proposed at a cheaper price. So literally stealing your clicks. You're putting a lot of efforts in sourcing your product, making it available in the warehouses at Amazon and then distributing it. And even going as far as paying for clicks, but Amazon right there, steals your businesses right under your feet. So what is the response that we can have as brand owners? Well, it's just that. We need to build stronger brands. And what is a brand today in e-commerce? Well, we believe at Gorgias that a brand is the customer experience plus the story that you build around your products. And again, the customer experience can be divided in a number of sub-segments or sub-operations, such as the product quality and the design of your product, the operations and the logistics around you providing the products to your clients, like how fast is it getting to the customers, and finally, the customer service that you're providing to your customers. So we will today tackle this topic of customer service. 79% of online shoppers said that they would take their business to a competitor within a week for experiencing poor customer service. That's like, you only have one chance. The moment that you don't deliver on your customer service, they will go to your nearest competitor. And often time again, this competitor is Amazon. So you got to make sure that you're really providing top-notch customer service in order to retain your customers and avoid always chasing for the new customer. But a lot of e-com CEOs, are not a big fan of this topic because it costs them money and reduces profit. And they only see it as a cost center for their businesses. So how do we make customer service sexy again? Well, we do that by transforming customer service from something that costs money to a business to something that contributes to the profit of the business. And this is really our mission at Gorgias now, is to help Shopify operators transform their customer service from something that costs money to something that generates money for their business. We do this in a 3-step process, and we will go through those processes or through those steps today. First, we automate and optimize your customer support. So how do you make sure you reply automatically to most redundant questions? Second, you want to open up new communication channels. Wherever your customers are today interacting with your brand, you need to be there as well. And finally, we help Shopify stores monetize customer interactions. And that's especially true on new channels such as SMS, Messenger, Facebook comments, or live chat. So let's jump right into it. How to automate customer support. Well, your customer team right now probably feels like this. They're always doing the same thing over and again, a little bit disorganized, and often more than not, they don't know really who's doing what. So how do we break this mold? First, by understanding what's happening in your own tickets. So a ticket, for the matter of the purpose, is a message that comes in your system through your email, Facebook Messenger, and so on, and on which you reply. So 25% of your tickets can be solved with only one message. That's really interesting, because that means that 25% of all your inquiries can be solved with only one message back to the customer. And then if we dig just a little bit of a step further, we realize that 35% of the inquiries that are coming in your system right now are asking about where is my order or the order status. 30% are about return and exchange. 5% about canceling or modifying their order. So if we take those data points together and we match them up, we realize that we can remove the first reply that is redundant to about 60% of your total tickets, and 25% of them won't even reopen. That's huge efficiency gains that are at our fingertips right there. How do we optimize the customer support? First, you got to make sure that the tool that you are using to manage your customer interactions allows you to use Shopify data points in your canned response. So at the example that we're looking on screen right now, this is a great canned response for where is my order. We see those green fields that basically will pull automatically without you having to click and copy, paste, and import those data points from Shopify into your canned response. This is now done automatically by creating templates that use Shopify data points. And obviously, Gorgias can do that without you having to soft code anything in your canned response. It's all drag and drop. That saves a huge amount of time. So you got to make sure that the system that you're using today to address your customer support inquiries allows you to use those data points in your canned response. Here, this is where it gets really interesting. Bear with me, I will run through what you're seeing on screen right now. But basically, here is a rule to reply automatically to where is my order without any human interaction. By providing the client with his own data points that are in this template right now. So let's go right through it. Basically, a little bit like Shopify Flow. So if any of you are on Shopify Plus, you know that Flow is one of their main features. So this, the rule feature or the rule system in Gorgias works just like Shopify Flow. Basically, at the top line, if a message contains any question about or any words about where's my order and no word about, for example, a discount or a coupon, and the order is less than 10 days old, and it has a tracking number, so tracking number is not empty, you can reply automatically this canned response that provides the client with all of his Shopify data. And it only replies if like it is within your normal service level agreement where you deliver in less than 10 days. And there's another scenario here at the bottom of the screen where if the tracking number is empty, so there's no tracking number yet on the order of the client, and the order is less than 3 days old, then you can send a different CAD response that would be like, hey, I see that your order is being prepared at our warehouse. Stay tuned. We will send you a notice at whatever@gmail.com as soon as it ships out. So different scenarios will trigger different automated rules that are always respectful of your own shipping policies. That's really important here, to be providing the client with his own data, not a generic email. They need to feel that it's genuine and it really replies to their thing, and only add automated rules when it falls within your standard service level that you have set for your clients. If it's outside of that, it will go directly to customer support. So I know this is a little bit complex. I'm happy to run you guys individually through it. If you're interested, you can email me at the end of this presentation. Now let's talk about multi-channel. So where are your customers talking to you today or interacting with your brand? And are you monitoring all those channels? Your customers are on Instagram, on Facebook comments, on SMS, maybe even WhatsApp. But are you able today to manage all those conversations with your customers? I would say that in the large proportion, no. We see that 75% of all customer interactions customer service interactions are sent by email. 7% or 6.8% are on Facebook Messenger, 6% are on Facebook comments, and 12% are on chat. Instagram and phone calls are only a very finite portion of the support that is given to your clients today. It's majority in a very large disproportionate portion through email. The truth is, your clients are today on Facebook and Instagram, probably much interacting with your brand, probably much more than they are on email. So why are we only replying to emails? Look at this thread right now. I wish it was my thread on my store, because there's a lot of money on here that is being left on the table. So you have on an ad people that are tagging their friends, and then they're all positively interacting with your brand, saying that they need those products right now. Like, hey, I need this, we need these, let's all get them. Yes, everybody is commenting, but where's the brand? Where is the brand trying to encourage people to convert from those positive interactions? Are we giving them incentives to visit the website? Are we acknowledging even that they are commenting on your page right now? You need to have the capacity to monitor what's going on in your Facebook comments. Also, messenger bots were all the craze for the last 2 years. I don't know how many of you in the audience has been using them, but messenger bots were an extremely powerful way to engage with your clients, and there was many ways to trigger them. But the truth is, every time that somebody clicks on any of those quick menu or quick reply in your bot, it would create a ticket in Facebook Messenger or in your help desk. How is it possible to stay on top of that when you have a list of several thousands Messenger subscribers, and they all start clicking, and every click, even if it's not warranted, creates a ticket in your backend? A lot of time we've seen at Gorgias, customer support team that are not aligned with the marketing team, on the receiving end of thousands of bot inquiries, and just completely submerged. What does the support team does then? They just they give up. They turn off the messenger channel, and there are legitimate questions that won't be addressed, and that could turn into a very negative experience for your clients, because your setup is not done properly to manage your bot interactions that are sent through Messenger. Also, SMS is all the craze this year. If you have not set up SMS yet for your store, I highly suggest that you go out there and you find the best provider for you. There are several providers that will help you set up abandoned cart campaigns or broadcast campaigns by SMS. And I'll mention a few right now. So Postscript, Retention Rocket, SMS Bump, SMS Live. I would say those four companies are really leading the SMS marketing on Shopify this year. And you want to set an abandoned cart flow through SMS. It's really powerful. It's really powerful because on SMS, people will tell you exactly why they didn't complete their purchase. They won't be shy. If they will tell you if they didn't get their pay this week, the discount code that you gave them was not working, the landing page, or didn't find the right product that they were looking for, they will tell you exactly why on SMS, much more than on any other channel, such as email or Messenger, because this is intimate. And you'll be surprised once you test it. You'll see that they're actually not very concerned about you sending them MMS or SMS if it's in a short period of time after they visited your website. Of course, if you keep spamming them on the long run, it's going to be a nuisance, and it's highly non-recommended. But as an abandoned cart, 30 minutes, 6 hours, 12 hours after they reached checkout but didn't complete their purchase, it's very well accepted, and they will tell you why they didn't purchase. It's just like running an exit intent survey. However, you need to be on the receiving end of those SMS as well. You want to make sure that you have the right platform to manage all those communication and that your customer service agents are actually looking at it. If you're just setting up abandoned cart flows and people are sending you legitimate questions after that, and you're not there to help them complete their purchase or help them with their order, it's very negative. So basically here on this, you want to make sure that you're everywhere where your clients are. And especially you want to make sure that you're everywhere where your marketing team is sending out messages. If your marketing team is sending out emails, you want to be sure you don't have a no reply at email. If they're sending out messenger blast, you want to be on the receiving end and be set up to not be submerged by bots. And if you're sending out SMS, same thing. You want to make sure that your customer service team has access to those messages that are coming in. Finally, you want to monetize your customer interaction. So you want to turn every interaction into a sale if possible. So we saw that thread before where a lot of people were commenting that they wanted this product, but the brand wasn't there to actually reply to them. So you want to make sure that you have filters on, especially if you are scaling beyond $1 million. You want to have filters that will pick up the positive keywords, or the negative keywords for that matter, on your Facebook ads, and then your customer service agents are equipped with the right clipping to reply at scale to all those positive interactions. We ran a case study with one of our Gorgias customer where the discount code that they were giving back on the Facebook ads comments was generating in sales the equivalent of 5% of their ad spend. Think about that. If you are engaging on your ads with a discount code and you are trying to re-engage with your client to make them visit your website, you could generate an extra 5% in sales, 5% of your ad spend in extra sales. Ad cost is so competitive right now. Every little edge that you can have over your competition is worth it. Don't leave money on the table on your Facebook ads. That's basically the summary of this slide. And then chat has gone a long way from that little form where it's just asking you to leave a message and it looks like it's asking you 10 questions, such as your email address and so on. Now you can really be proactive with your engagement on chat. And what we've seen is that on a nice website, delivering like good quality product and so on, people that are interacting on chat are likely to close or are likely to purchase 20%. So if you're able to have people talk to you on chat and answer their questions before they're purchasing, your conversion rate on that chat is likely to be 20%. That's way higher probably than the 2 or 3% that you're running now on a good day. And how do you create more of these interactions? First, on the homepage, you can have a little chat campaign that will welcome to the visitors to your website. You just don't want them to feel that it's overly salesy. You want it to be funny, on brand tone. You want it to be just like welcoming. But as they go down the funnel or as they navigate on your web page, for example, if they reach a collection or a product page, then you can have something that's a little bit more specific to the offer that they're seeing at that moment. So for example, if you have a bicycle shop and you have a new collection of racing bikes, and there's a collection page and racing bikes also beyond the collection page, then you can really create a messaging that acknowledges where they are. Like, hey, we have new arrivals on our racing collection. Use Racing 10 for 10% off this new model. Do you have any questions about the specs of this bike, or can I help you make the right decision? You know, acknowledge where they are, give them an incentive that's relevant to what they're seeing right now, and also just be engaging with them. Ask them a question that can be an objection buster, like if it's the right size, or if they need help choosing the material or the height, and so on. And finally, on the cart page, this is where you want to have your closing argument. So for example, again, in this case of the bicycle store, if they're on a bike, well, if they are on your cart page on a bike store, they're more than likely to have a bicycle in their cart. So just like, hey, great bike choice, you have amazing taste, and so on, can go a long way to reconforting them in the purchase that they're about to make. And what is the last and the best offer that you can make? You know, is it free shipping? Is it 10 or 15%? And so on. And then acknowledge if they need help, that you're there to support them. Especially on the cart page, I just want to stress that adding a timer before these little things pop up, like a 10 seconds or something like this, can go a long way. Because if people are ready to move into checkout, from cart to checkout, without this discount or without your help, just let them go forward. But if they're lingering for too long on the cart page, then you might want to try to either have them engage with you if they need help, or give them that incentive to move forward. Finally, at Gorgias, I think that's one of the most interesting features that we have, is we're now able to track the conversion rate and the amount of sales generated from pre-sale inquiries. For example, on this dashboard that you're seeing right now, a certain store had 273 pre-sale tickets. So that's a ticket that didn't make a purchase, or that's somebody that didn't make a purchase in the last 45 days. And they converted 31% of those tickets at a conversion rate of 11%. So when somebody reaches out to you with a pre-sale inquiry by either email or chat, this store, in this case, closes those inquiries at 11%. And it generated $2,400 in sales. And then you can see the breakdown of which of your agents actually closed those deals. And this is for all channel, but now you can also filter by channel. So if you were going to look at how much the chat channel is generating, you would see that this conversion rate would be closer to 20%. And then again, which of your agents is actually closing the most sales on chat. So just to summarize everything that we've seen today, I know it was a lot in a short period of time. But first, if you automate and optimize your most recurring question, where is my order? How to apply a discount? How to return and exchange? Your customer service agents will have more time on their hand to communicate with your clients on every channel where they are. That may be Facebook comments, Instagram, SMS. And finally, as they have more time to go on those pre-sale channels that are actually there they actually become much more like retail sales associate, and they help monetize every interactions that they have with your prospective clients. So the goal here is to stop behaving like online customer service agents, where you're just replying to the same questions on and on again, and adopt a much more retail sales associate mentality, where you're here to really help the client. So yeah, I am Phil. Don't hesitate to reach out to me directly at phil@gorgias.io with any questions that you might have about this presentation, but also about e-commerce in general. I'm really passionate about helping e-commerce store owners achieve more. And also, obviously, at Gorgias, so we have a free trial offer right now that you can start. And if you mention during your onboarding process that you were on this webinar, we will give you the second month free. So we're more than happy to work with you and help you scale your business from $1 million and beyond. So Derek, back to you.
Thank you, Phil. And yes, that was amazing. And yeah, there were some brief questions in chat that I was able to answer for people regarding it. I do recommend that if you have any questions, email phil@gorgias.io. I just sent that to you all in